The Ukrainian underground resistance said that they have something in store for Russia's September 30th celebration of the Day of Unification, a holiday just signed into law by Russian President Vladimir Putin to celebrate Russia's annexations of Ukrainian territories. "We are planning certain events, but so far we can't tell exactly what," a representative from the Yellow Ribbon Partisan movement said with a smile. The Yellow Ribbon movement carries out acts of resistance against Russian occupation forces, including publishing the underground newspaper Voice of the Partisan, and secretly hanging Ukrainian flags and yellow ribbons on streets in crowded places. On September 28, Putin signed the law establishing the Day of Unification of the Russian-annexed regions of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson, with a celebration scheduled for September 30th. The date was chosen to coincide with the first anniversary of the signing of the so-called agreements on the inclusion of new territories into the Russian Federation, which took place on September 30, 2022 during a meeting between Putin and representatives of the occupation authorities. However, at great risk to themselves, many Ukrainians carry out acts of resistance against the occupation authorities and sham elections. The Yellow Ribbon Partisans said that the Russian army plans to organize cultural programs in the main squares of cities with songs, dances, and entertainment in order to create the illusion of support.
Следующий газ.
Journalists also spoke with another agent from the Kherson region who introduced herself as Katerina. Even a small postcard, ribbon, or graffiti manages to cause anger and indignation among Russians. But most importantly, it adds to their panic, she said. And panic among the occupiers is what we need so much. "I follow the safety recommendations from the handler, I constantly clean my phone, do not subscribe to Ukrainian media, plan routes in advance, choose crowded streets and mostly move when it's dark, and check for the absence of surveillance cameras and patrols," she said. Katerina said that Russian special forces have searched her home. The first time, they said, was simply scheduled as a matter of course. But the next time they did, she thinks they were looking for something. "I think one of my old acquaintances told them about my pro-Ukrainian position, but they did not find any evidence in my apartment," she said. Katerina said she keeps nothing suspicious at home and immediately destroys any evidence. She knows there is always a risk of arrest, interrogation and torture, which has happened to some of her colleagues. But it doesn't stop her.